Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the February 25th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Take a moment to look this over. The question of the day is, what tools help me limit my focus to this day only? And the passage is a person's story about how they found Al-Anon because a doctor prescribed it to them, and how refreshing they found the meetings, even though this person was the only male and the only person of color. And people kept encouraging him to come back and to take things one day at a time. And that was over 25 years ago. At the time, he was coping with an alcoholic spouse, but now his daughter is fighting the disease. However, because he has his program, he is experiencing a wonderful and stable life. Today's reminder: sometimes we've heard the saying slow and steady, but in Al-Anon we usually say progress, not perfection. And we can still, the only thing we can do is take things one day at a time. The quote is from Al-Anon Sharings from Adult Children. Nothing's perfect, but we can work through our problems one day at a time. So what tools help me limit my focus to this day only? I think just trying to be where my feet are and just trying to make the most out of where I am right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Just trying to do what makes me happy today. That was a pretty short answer, but I think that's it. All right. It's taken me a long time to find the page. I found it. Okay, I'm going to take a minute to look this over. This passage is about self-care, what we do to take care of ourselves. The passage begins with this person saying that they never learned how to take care of themselves. Even if they had a very high fever, they would go on about their day. They thought it was a sign of weakness to take care of themselves. but Al-Anon helped them to see things differently. And this person saw other people caring for themselves, eating balanced diets, taking days off when they needed to, going to see doctors when it seemed like the right thing to do. This person also found by observing other Al-Anon members that every day isn't going to be a perfect, wonderful day. In fact, nothing's perfect, but that to have realistic expectations is important, and to take care of ourselves, to listen to our bodies, and to rest when we need to rest. Today's reminder, helping yourself to feel better includes resting when you're tired, taking care of yourself when you're sick, and learning what we need to stay healthy. The quote is from an All Our Affairs. It talks about taking care of ourselves, especially during stressful periods. Yes, always taking care of ourselves, but I think when we're rushed, when we feel rushed, like we don't have enough time, it's easy to let self-care go. Maybe because, like, the only person I have to, not that I really experience this very often, but now I did for many, many years. But I think, having to explain to myself why I'm not doing something is a lot easier than having to explain to someone else why I'm choosing not to do something. That's why I think it's easier to get away with, at least in the short term, not taking care of ourselves. But of course, it always catches up, and then we get sick. Or that's usually what happens to me, is I get sick. And it's interesting because I don't live a stressful life now, but I have found that sometimes I just need a break from the things that I have made kind of regular things in my life that I generally enjoy, but sometimes I just get kind of tired of them and I need to break it up. So that's what I do. And yes, I need to talk to Al-Anon friends and my partner about it, because I can feel guilty about it. Even though, like, the things that I'm talking about are volunteer based. But I take it as, if I've been doing things on a regular basis, then people come to expect something, like, on a regular basis. And so it makes it a little bit of a challenge for me to take a break. But ultimately, I do take a break because that's where I am in my life, and I know that I'm overthinking it. So I try not to. I try to just do what I need and not make too much of a big deal out of it, because it isn't a big deal. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.